Hello, namaste. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. Also, I never say hello to those of you who do and are watching on YouTube to the replay. So I just want to say hello and thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Also, welcome to my Facebook people, my Facebook friends. Also, extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, Fran and Dina. Namaste. Hi, Laura and Tennille. Hi, Mary. And Lily says hello. Shoshana says good morning. Hi, Angela. Lovely to see you all. So thank you for joining me today. Hi, Deborah. Yes, we've got a cat right here. She's sitting here wanting a little pat. Welcome. If you're new to watching, welcome to you. If you are new, why not let us know that you are new so we can welcome you. Today what I'll be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be looking for the best card for Monday the 16th of April, and the best card for Tuesday the 17th of April, and then the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I am not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, that our paths happen to have crossed at the right time. And I also trust that you enjoy the time that we spend together today. So thank you for joining with me and spending this time with me. You will know if it's guidance that you need to hear because it will resonate, it will make sense. Just let everything else go. I don't sit here thinking that I'm speaking on behalf of anyone or everyone. I'm just here sharing what I feel I need to share and sharing the cards that come up. And if they help you along the way, then that's a bonus. So you don't have to believe everything or take on board everything. Just trust in what feels right for you. Don't trust in me. I trust in myself and what I feel I need to say. You trust in what makes sense to you, and then work with that if you want to. Hi, Yvette, and Monk is new. Hi, Monk. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Anita, and Wayne says thank you. Hi, Marjorie. Yeah, I'm feeling great. It's I don't know what the time is. Let me check. It's 10:40 a.m. here on Monday morning. I'm coming live from southeastern Tasmania, not far from Hobart, the capital city of Tasmania in Australia. I've been up since 3 a.m. working, and I feel really wide awake. I've had breakfast and lunch, and we'll soon have dinner at 11 a.m. So I'm just sharing this video, and then we've got some things to mail out, and then that'll pretty much be most of my day done. Then I'll probably sleep for a couple of hours just to catch up. But I feel great. I really feel fantastic. I trust that you're feeling good too, and that things are flowing well for you. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to start by looking for the best card for Monday the 16th of April. If it's not Monday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance, or please refer back to my Saturday video for Sunday's guidance. So I trust 100% that the best card will find its way to the top, that will help the majority of us. Now, the way I select my cards is right for me. I've been doing this since the early 90s. I've been selecting my cards exactly the same way. So that it's the right way for me. If you pick your cards a bit different to how I do, it doesn't matter. That's right for you. So as long as we're confident in the way we choose our cards, personally, then it's right for us. So I hold the intention that I want to find the best card for Monday, actually, the 16th of April, and I trust 100% that the best card will find its way to the top. I have no doubt whatsoever, and the more confident you are in picking your cards, the more confident your reading will be. So the best card for Monday the 16th of April, I trust, is this. We have card 47 called Persistence, and the keywords say patience, solution, question, answer, and night. Now when you're reading cards, or when you're reading my cards, I can only really speak on behalf of the ones I've created. Not everything in the keywords has to make sense. In fact, sometimes none of that makes sense. Sometimes we're drawn to the number or something in the image, or we might be drawn to a sentence or a couple of words out of the guidebook. Not everything that's written, every letter and every space and every number has to resonate 100%. So there's a reason this comes up. Now this card's come up for Monday. I'm going to just trust my intuition and talk about whatever I need to talk about with this card, which kind of puts the pressure on me, doesn't it? Now I've said that, but that's okay. So first of all, I'm looking at the image, and I feel like I'm looking straight into the owl's eyes. And the owl's reminding us to be patient with ourselves on Monday. That things may not happen according to plan. We might have a schedule all mapped out for Monday, and it might go completely out the window based on things that happen. It may be our sleeping pattern for that night, may throw our schedule totally out of whack, and that's okay. So let's be patient with ourselves and patient with our schedule and just make some adjustments. You know, we're adaptable, aren't we? Do we have to follow everything in our schedule or our routine to the letter and in perfect order? Most likely not. So there might be some appointments that we need to keep at certain times, but there might be other things that we can be somewhat flexible with, or even put off if we're not inspired by them on Monday. So let's think about how we can be more patient with ourselves and with our day as it unfolds on Monday. We're being guided to be persistent and not give up. And I've talked about this on and off for the last few weeks, but I feel like it's important for us to remember on Monday that now is not the time to give up. Let's keep persisting. Sometimes we go through slower processes or slower times where things don't really happen as quickly as we'd hope. It doesn't mean that thing's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that this is the end. It just means that sometimes things need to shift behind the scenes to get things in order, in a new order, and then the ball will start rolling again, or that green light will turn on again. This is especially connected with our dreams. The owl is sitting here in a dream catcher, and I feel that this patience and especially actually persistence and not giving up is about not giving up on our dreams and our goals and the things that we hold dear and special in our heart right now. That now is not the time to give up, even though things may be running at a slow pace right now. We can still look forward to what we're looking forward to, or hold that dream or that connection in our heart, and know that at the right time things will start moving again. So let's be patient. We might find that our impatience with this thing, our impatience with this thing that's kind of held in limbo right now, this dream or this goal that we have, we might find our impatience that's kind of coming out in other areas might be part of our impatience with this goal or this project or this dream that's a bit slow moving right now. So we can trust in perfect timing, that when the timing's right, the green light will turn on. Sometimes we move forward quickly, sometimes it's like we just are waiting and waiting. It seems like we're waiting forever. So let's not put our life on hold while we're waiting. There's still plenty of things we can focus on while we are waiting for something else to happen or waiting for that green light to turn on. So if you find yourself waiting constantly, then you might be missing something in the meantime. Our time of waiting we can fill with great things to focus on, or great things to do, or great things to learn. It's like, if we're waiting around for our ideal partner, for example, how much of our life will we put on hold for that? Waiting and waiting and waiting, or trying to line ourselves up at a certain time with certain people. Let's just get on with our life. Let's put that aside that's not moving right now. Keep it strong in our heart, but put it aside and focus on the things that are inspiring us. So there's plenty of things we can focus on while we're waiting. So that's the guidance for Monday. Patience and persistence, especially with our dreams. Let's not give up. Let's just keep holding our dream or our goal or whatever this might be that's speaking to you. Let's keep holding it closely in our heart and trust that it will happen when the timing's right. We can't force it. If it's not meant to be in our life right now, we can't force it to happen. So let's just hold it in a sacred place inside while we focus on other things. That's the guidance for Monday. I trust that makes sense to you. Thank you so much. So now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 17th of April. Tuesday the 17th. Feels like it's just starting to rain a little bit. It's quite cold. We've actually had a dump of snow yesterday in the Highlands. And the temperatures dropped quite a lot. The forecast for this later in the week is quite clear. So fingers crossed that it's warm enough to go camping. I'm not really a cold weather person, but I'm trying to get a camping trip in before winter sets in. So, fingers crossed. We'll see. If it's meant to be, it will happen, won't it? So Tuesday the 17th of April. The link is frozen. I trust not. Oh, happy birthday for the 17th, Deborah. Okay, we'll go with this card for Tuesday here. Oh, we've got the Cobra Bite, a featured card. So we're going to follow these instructions here, which say, for additional insight, draw the top card from the deck. We've got this, Overlapping Worlds. So we have these two cards have come up for Tuesday. I'm going to look at them separately, and then we're going to look at their relationship together, because they've come up together for a reason. So we've got Cobra Bite, card 9, and it says sting, shock, truth, and illusion. This brings about a bit of a surprise happening on Tuesday. It may be seen in the positive, it may be seen perhaps in the negative, but this is not information that's coming up to generate any fear. So please don't be scared or fearful. There's this sense that Cobra's energy is coming forward for Tuesday to help break us further, or break us free further from illusion, which is a really strong energy that's playing out at this time for a lot of us. There's like this warrioress energy where we're kind of at a battle, some of us, with illusion or with duality, with right and wrong, those sorts of energies. So there's this further punch, if you like, that's pushing us further into truth. And whatever this surprise may be, if we can step back from anything dramatic that might happen, not that I'm suggesting it will be. Oh, the cat's coming up for some more entertainment. If we can step back from any dramaticness of what might happen on Tuesday, and look at the truth of the situation and really open up our perceptions and our perspective to look at this thing that happens, that may happen, from a broader, bigger perspective, I feel that will really help. The key to this card and the energy for Tuesday is truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it hurts us when we realise that we've been living a lie. Sometimes the truth hurts. It doesn't always have to hurt, but sometimes it does. So let's be gentle with ourselves, but let's see the truth in this situation. If we're only focusing on the illusion or the wound or the hurt that's coming up from that, then we may really struggle with this. So if we can allow ourselves to pierce through the veil of illusion and see the truth, then that may be really helpful. So please, there's nothing to be fearful of, but just to be aware, and it may not even be a surprise if we're being told in advance. I'd just like to point out, it's kind of a, exposing stuff there, isn't it? Like, if we're being told that there might be a surprise coming, it's not probably going to be a surprise. The other card that came with this is card 23, called Overlapping Worlds, and the key words say reception, senses, beacon, frequency, and veil. This talks about being in between things, and this sense of overlapping worlds, this sense of being in between like in one world and in another world. And this kind of makes sense with what I've been feeling these last few days, having kind of a foot in duality and a foot in truth, or a foot in love, or a foot in unity, a foot in that heightened energy. So there's this strong push and pull in the energy at this time, and it's affecting a lot of us individually, even though it's very much focused around the bigger picture and the collective. There's a collective kind of duality battle that's playing out, that's actually overflowing into a lot of our lives as individuals. So we may be feeling a bit spread thin, a bit pushed and pulled at, a bit neither here nor there, and we might find it difficult to make a decision, or we might feel quite uncertain about what we want, even dinner. You know, what do we want for dinner, and we just can't make a decision on it. So there's that sort of energy that's coming through for Tuesday, a little bit scattered if you like, but we're kind of in between things, we're in between worlds. So how can we help ourselves through that is a question that I would like to ask and just feel for, because it feels quite intense potentially, that may knock us a little bit out of balance, or may make us feel a little bit scattered within ourselves. I feel that one of the probably the best things to focus on, if it resonates with you, is truth and your heart, and staying connected in with your body and with your heart and what feels right to you. A lot of us have been travelling above this sort of energy, a bit like the eagle soaring above the clouds in the blue skies, high above the storm clouds. So the truth and connecting with love and connecting with our body and keeping things simple, not overcomplicating things, may give us that direct route up into this area above the clouds, above the storm, where the eagle flies. However, some of us have a role to play in the duality that's playing out now. So whatever happens, whatever we go through individually, let's know that we can deal with it for one, and just keep staying in alignment as best as we can with our heart, with love and with truth. Let's not overcomplicate things or blow things out of proportion too much on Tuesday. So that's Tuesday's guidance. I'm very interested to see what the theme is here with those. So I trust that makes sense to you. So nice deep breath. Actually, I'm inspired to play the singing bell, and then I'll pull a card. I'll just get out my bits and pieces. So I'm going to play the singing bell now before I choose the theme card. So this is my Tibetan singing bell. I've taken the ringer out and I hold it this way. So just allow the sound, allow yourself to soak up the sound and the energy of the singing bell. At the very least, just listen. There's nothing you can do wrong. And if you want to take your experience a little deeper, then breathe with the sound of the bell and allow the sound to touch you in parts of your body or in parts of your being. So I'm just holding this space for you to do what you need. Thank you. Feel your load, the load that you've been carrying, lighten. The cat's cracking me up here. Feel that load lighten. Because if you're wanting to fly above the storm, the stormy energy that's playing out right now, you will need to lighten your load, because you can't fly high if you're carrying a lot of weight and baggage and excess energy, negativity, or holding on to stuff. It's like I've talked about before, the bird cannot fly very high if it's full of sandbags. And as we cut those sandbags off, the load lightens, which means the bird can fly higher. So if we imagine ourselves like the eagle and soaring above these storm clouds of illusion that are playing out, illusion doesn't mean it's not very real for us, because it is very real. So let's allow ourselves to lighten our baggage, lighten our load, so we can lift up and soar up above those clouds and into this really beautiful space that's present, that some of us are tapping into. Some of us are feeling quite the opposite of feeling heavy or caught up in illusion. So we have to really concentrate and stay really dedicated at this time to drop our baggage and keep lifting our vibration higher. But let's look for the best card for the theme. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. I trust that you're feeling good. Angela says the clouds changed. Very odd but magical. Oh well, weird things happen. What can I say? Hi Willow, lovely to see you. Hi Fran. Kel says empty your internal recycling bin. I like it, Kels. Good one. Okay, the best card for the theme, I trust, where the cat has a bath. So funny, aren't they? Is this, let's go with this card for the theme here. Oh, I think recently we had the cobra and then the lizard come up the next time. So this is another featured card. It has further instructions here, which say to draw the third card from the deck here. Oh, abundance. This is so interesting. The duality playing out is quite interesting to me, especially viewing it from above and looking down on the storm cloud is just really quite interesting. So these are the cards for the theme. We've got lizard and we've got abundance. So I'm going to look at these cards separately and then we're going to look at their relationship together. This card's somewhat similar to the cobra, a little bit different, but it still brings around, talks about illusional truth kind of energy playing out. But it's card 3, lizard. It says optimism, appearances, delusion, and illusion. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. No, I think it's gone. Okay, this is... let me just feel for the right words, because I was going to say something and I just hit a total roadblock. So I'm just going to go from a bit of a different direction, I feel. We're being guided to be cautious of outward appearances and what's been presented to us on the outside, on the surface, over Monday and Tuesday. So like that car example that I gave when this car came up last time, a couple of weeks ago, you know, let's be careful of the shiny car that's been trying to be sold to us when underneath the engine might be falling apart, or you know, we've really been guided to read the fine print and really look under the surface with things over Monday and Tuesday. This might be things that we might be looking at buying perhaps, but also on a very personal level, I feel things that are being presented, things that we're noticing in our life. This is starting to drizzle. Things that we're noticing in our life, there may be something a little bit deeper under the surface of what's been presented, or what we think, or what we're feeling at the time. So let's investigate. I feel like we need to investigate, to part the veil and look just a little bit deeper at things without overcomplicating it on over Monday and Tuesday. The lizard also talks about stripping our skin. They're not the right words to use. You know, like, hello brain, turn on. Shed is the word I'm looking for. You know, shedding our skin, our old skin, and allowing ourselves to again drop that baggage and strip parts of ourselves away that just don't resonate any longer. We're going through a rapid time of change, not only personally but in the world. So we're constantly needing to realign and adjust and realign and adjust, because things are happening so quickly and so intensely. So let's shed our old skin. Let's let our past go. Let's let our some of us are having to let our goals and our dreams go that we were kind of invested in, and just kind of coming back to neutral feels inspiring at this time. Returning to neutral. How can we return to neutral? The other card here is Abundance, Elementals, card 30, and it says blessings, abundance, prayers, and opening. This is saying that abundance is around us if we can only part the veil of illusion to see it. So if we're closed off in any form, if we're closed off in our crown, if we're closed off in our being, or we're closed off with our attitude, then we may hold ourselves behind that veil of illusion where we hold ourselves in lack, for example, or hold ourselves back, where actually abundance is all around us right now in this very moment. So if we're not feeling it, we might want to explore why and what do we need to shed away. What have we been closed off to? What do we need to open up so that we can tap into that abundance that is present? It is ever present. It is right there. Sometimes it's just like it's just out of reach, or we just can't quite grasp it. And perhaps there's this veil, and I'm seeing it as like this, like a shower curtain. It reminds me of the old movie Karate Kid. I guess I'm showing my age now, aren't I? The Karate Kid, where they do that dress-up party and he comes out in that shower. For some reason at a fancy dress party dressed up as a shower is still quite mind-boggling. But he comes out in this shower, and this energy reminds me, or I get this vision of us standing in a shower curtain like a veil that just wraps kind of around our body, so it kind of drapes down. And whether we are open to peeking through that shower curtain and seeing what's on the other side, this abundance, these opportunities, this flow that's there for us, or whether we are trapped in this kind of enclosure, within this veil, within this very close space, dealing with the drama and dealing with the problems that we're experiencing at this time. And really, what would the word be? It just feels complicated in here. It feels complicated, it feels light and dark, it feels dramatic, it feels like an emotional swinging from a great feeling to a really low feeling. It feels intense in this shower, under this illusion that some of us may feel like we're in. So this is just highlighting the difference here, which is just, I'm talking about this at a bit of a different angle. I talked about it a lot in the current energy report this morning. It's coming up again. Abundance is here for us. The flow is here. Feeling good about ourselves and our life is there. It's just on the other side of the veil of the illusion. So let's look a little bit deeper. Let's part the veil. Let's open up and allow ourselves to receive and to enjoy, to bask in what is fantastic that's all around us always. So some things to think about. Quite illusionary energy around, which is prompting us to align further with our truth and further with who we are, the truth of who we are. Our truth, to me, is ever changing based on our current state of being. Our truths will be flexible and shift and evolve as we shift and evolve. Once a truth becomes rigid and stuck and the only way, then to me that's become a belief that is basically carved in stone. So let's put our beliefs aside. Let's throw those old rocks that we learned from growing up or learned along what other people have told us, and let's start tapping into the truth of who we are, based on what we feel is right for us, based on our values, our integrity, and how we want to treat others and be treated ourselves. So lots to explore and consider, I feel, over these next couple of days if we're in that space. If we're flying high and we're feeling like the eagle, let's just keep holding that position as best as we can by noticing if we're starting to drop or starting to slip or starting to weigh ourselves down, so we can then refocus again. So very intense times, but let's not focus too much on the intensity, but keep things simplified a little bit too. So I feel like I could just talk about this all day. The cat's ready to listen. Perhaps I'll just chat to her about it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards today. These have been created by me. If you want to learn more about them, just have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much. We have our healing events for patrons tomorrow. I've got 3 healing events in my Temple of Balance closed group, so I look forward to connecting with you then if you're one of those people. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to, and if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. If you want to learn more about the work that I do or support my work, or if you want to take your experience with my work deeper, please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you. I'm going to go out playing the rattle. No, they're not castanets. I've got my rattle here. I'd like to play as I leave, just to help shake up some of this illusion and get some of that veil broken down, or the shell that's been around us, crack that open a little bit, so we can see past and look a bit deeper now. So I'm going to play that to go if you want to hang around. Thanks for joining me today. Have a fantastic couple of days, and if I don't connect with you tomorrow for our healing events, I will be back soon for some more guidance, no doubt. So thanks so much for connecting, and have a fantastic couple of days. Thank you. So as I play the rattle, and if that illusionary stuff kind of resonates, you may want to imagine or request that this rattle helps break down the illusion or any illusion that you've been holding on to. Your first reaction may be that I'm not in illusion, that everything's fine in my world. Let's just, that sometimes is a reaction, like a defense, if you like, that's holding us in the illusion. So any type of reaction like that we just sort of immediately have, it's great to explore that further. So whether we feel that we're in a good space or not, let's work with the rattle now, just to help break down further some illusion that we might be holding on to, so we can tap further into the truth of who we are. So I'll play this to go, let it touch you in places in your body, take some deep breaths, and we'll see what happens. So thank you. Thank you. You know, we can always lighten our load, no matter what space that we're in. So being open and always being willing to let go and lighten our load will always help take us to higher vibration and higher levels within ourselves. And not higher as in better than anyone else, just a higher frequency, a higher vibration that resonates or resides above the drama and the duality. That's what we're trying to accomplish right now, is to break free from the veil of illusion and the duality and the darkness that's taking place, the intense battle that's underway right now. We're trying to lift above it with our vibration. But it doesn't mean we're better or worse than anyone else. So let's not compare ourselves, but realize that it's about raising above the negativity and the drama and the illusion, so that it's not even on our wavelength. That's our aim. Well, that's my aim. Perhaps it's something for you to aspire to as well, if it inspires you. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will chat with you again soon. So thank you and namaste. Thank you.